The tension is at an all-time high. The last episode left us on the edge of our seats as Ghazi Osman Bey found himself in a deadly predicament. His enemies had put a sword to his throat. But what does this mean for the upcoming episode? Will Osman Bey find a way to turn the tables, or is he facing his most dangerous challenge yet? One thing is certain. Kuruluş Osman has never been a show that follows predictable patterns. The series thrives on intricate power struggles, shifting alliances, and deeply emotional character arcs. Episode 180 is bound to bring surprises, but by looking at the ongoing narrative threads, we can make some well-grounded predictions about what might unfold. We have seen Osman Bey survive countless traps, but the situation he's in now seems particularly dire. He is a skilled warrior, but even the bravest fighters can find themselves at a disadvantage. The real question here is, will Osman Bey rely on sheer strength, or will he use his intelligence to escape this ambush? A last-minute rescue. Could one of Osman Bey's loyal warriors intervene just in time? Maybe Boran Alp, Bala Hatun, or even Orhan Bey has anticipated the danger and is already on the way. A tactical maneuver. Osman Bey is not just a warrior, he is a master strategist. Could he provoke his captors into making a mistake, giving him an opening to counterattack? A political negotiation. Osman Bey understands the power of words as much as the power of the sword. Could he convince his enemies that keeping him alive serves their interests? This moment will test Osman Bey's adaptability. If history tells us anything, it's that he has an uncanny ability to turn dire situations into opportunities. But could this be the moment when even his skills are not enough? What do you think? Will Osman Bey fight his way out, or will he need help from an unexpected ally? Share your thoughts in the comments. The most pressing question isn't just whether Osman Bey will survive, it's who is behind this scheme and what their ultimate goal is. There are a few possible suspects. The Byzantine forces. They have long sought to weaken Osman Bey's influence. Could this be a trap set by a Byzantine general hoping to finally rid themselves of their biggest threat? A rogue bey from within. Betrayal has been a constant theme in Kuruluş Osman. Could this be the work of a Turkic bey who sees Osman as an obstacle to their own power? The Mongols. We know that the Mongol presence has always been a looming shadow over Osman's ambitions. Could this be a coordinated move to destabilize his growing empire? The real intrigue lies in not just who set the trap, but what their endgame is. If this is about eliminating Osman, then they've underestimated his resilience. But what if this is about something more? Could this be an attempt to break Osman Bey's spirit rather than his body? Perhaps his enemies know they can't defeat him in battle, so they're targeting him psychologically. If that's the case, we may see Osman Bey face a completely different kind of struggle in episode 180. One of the most fascinating aspects of Kuruluş Osman is how it explores not only physical battles, but also psychological warfare. Osman Bey has faced many enemies who have tried to defeat him with brute force. But what if this time, the real battle isn't fought with swords, but with manipulation and mind games? If his captors know they cannot kill him outright without facing major consequences, they might attempt to break his will instead. Here's how they could do it, forcing him to make an impossible choice. Osman Bey is a leader, a warrior, and a father. What if his enemies put him in a position where he must choose between his people and his family? Could they use Orhan Bey or Malhun Hatun as leverage to force him into submission, spreading false information? Imagine if Osman Bey is fed lies. Perhaps he is told that his closest allies have betrayed him, that his lands have fallen, or that his people have lost faith in him. Could this shake his confidence and force him to question his path? A public humiliation. If Osman Bey is paraded as a captive, his enemies might hope to weaken his reputation among his followers. But would this strategy backfire? We've seen time and time again that hardship only strengthens his resolve. Could this be the first time we see Osman Bey genuinely doubting himself? If so, how will he find the strength to rise again? What do you think? Could psychological warfare be a greater threat to Osman Bey than physical battle? Share your thoughts in the comments. Osman Bey is not just a lone warrior. He has built a strong network of allies, each with their own ambitions and loyalties. But in his absence, things could quickly quickly become chaotic. If Osman Bey is captured, we need to ask who will step up in his place and will they make the right decisions. Bala Hatun and Malhun Hatun. These two powerful women have always played crucial roles in Osman's rule. Could they unite to keep the Beylik together, or will tensions arise between them? Orhan Bey, Osman's son, has been preparing for leadership, but is he ready to take command in a crisis? Will this be his defining moment? Boran Alp and the other warriors, will they act swiftly to rescue Osman, or will they be forced into defensive strategies to protect the tribe? The way Osman's allies react could determine the fate of the entire Kai tribe. Will they stay strong in his absence, or will internal conflicts weaken them at the worst possible time? If Osman Bey is captured, one of the biggest questions surrounding episode 180 is who will attempt to rescue him, and will they succeed? While Osman has escaped countless dangerous situations in the past, this time the stakes feel higher. His enemies likely know that capturing him isn't enough. They must ensure he doesn't get a chance to turn the situation in his favor. That means his escape won't be easy. Boran Alp. As Osman's most trusted warrior, Boran has led many successful missions in the past. His ability to think strategically and act swiftly makes him a strong candidate. Orhan Bey. If Osman's son takes charge of the rescue, this could be a defining moment for him, proving that he is truly ready to step into his father's footsteps. Bala Hatun and Malhun Hatun. We've seen these powerful women take action before. Could they work together to orchestrate a rescue mission? A mysterious ally. Could a surprising figure emerge to save Osman? Perhaps a former enemy turned ally, or even someone from within the enemy ranks? The way Osman is rescued, or whether he even needs rescuing at all, will have a major impact on the coming episodes. If he escapes through his own cunning, it reinforces his legend as an unstoppable force. If his people rally to save him, it could strengthen their unity. Even if Osman survives, there will be consequences. His enemies wouldn't risk such a bold move unless they had a larger strategy in mind. What happens next could change the course of the entire series. A declaration of war. If this attack was led by a rival Beylik, Osman may have no choice but to respond with full-scale war. Could this be the beginning of a new major conflict? A weakened reputation. Even if Osman escapes, his enemies may use his capture to spread propaganda. Could some of his allies begin to doubt his leadership? A power shift within the tribe. If Osman was absent for too long, power struggles could arise among his followers. Could we see internal betrayals or shifting alliances? One thing is certain, episode 180 won't just be about the immediate danger. It will set the stage for the future. Osman Bey's enemies would never risk such a bold move, putting a sword to his throat unless they had a greater plan in mind. So, what is their ultimate objective? Breaking the Kad tribe's spirit. By capturing Osman, his enemies might aim to demoralize his people, hoping that without their leader, they will surrender or weaken. But history has shown that the Kad tribe thrives under pressure. Could this backfire, forcing a political deal? Instead of outright killing Osman, his enemies might try to use him as a bargaining chip. Could they demand territory, resources, or even an alliance in exchange for his release? Setting a trap. What if Osman's capture is only a part of a larger scheme? His enemies may anticipate a rescue mission and use it to lure the Kai warriors into an ambush. Each of these possibilities would have long-term consequences, shifting the power dynamics in the region. What do you think is the real reason behind this attack? Could Osman's enemies have an even deeper strategy? Let's discuss in the comments. One of the most dangerous possibilities is that Osman Bey was betrayed from within. His enemies know how powerful and strategic he is. Capturing him wouldn't be easy unless someone on the inside helped make it happen. A disgruntled Alp. Could one of Osman's warriors have been swayed by greed or resentment? resentment, a political rival. Could a rival Bey have secretly worked with Osman's enemies to remove him from power? A spy in the tribe. Is it possible that a spy has been feeding information to Osman's enemies for a long time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike? If there is a traitor, then the real danger isn't just Osman's captivity, it's the fact that his enemies might still have an informant within his ranks. What do you think? Could there be a traitor among Osman's people? And if so, who might it be? Let's speculate in the comments.